गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णू गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम्। Let there be peace, let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We are starting the 10th chapter for revision, wherein we indicate the story, wherein the story of Daasoora has been covered. We have already done this during our earlier contemplation. The contemplation of the stories is a very must, and this first topic, that is Pushti Krama, is a very important topic as far as the Shura Upakhyan is concerned. So, what this Vashishta Rishi has to say to Rama, let us study seriously but enjoyably, with full of happiness, full of vigor, full of passion, full of courage, full of discrimination, that is Vivek, full of dispassion, that is Vairagya. That is for attaining the total bliss, total inner tranquility. So let us begin. In Paramatma, only this world is projected. So this is all Chidakash. In Chidakash, this world is projected. This is as if projected. Actually, it is one unfragmented, undivided consciousness, but it seems to be projected. So once it is projected, manifested, let us enjoy that. There is no inside and outside. So keep your mouth shut. So देखो सुनो बोलो मत. First mantra देखो सुनो बोलो मत. See, hear, don't talk. So you'll be always in a bliss, and you'll have a lot of time to think over what is good for you, what is not good for you. Be one by one's own divine potentiality. Paramatma manifests as world like fire burns everything by its own potentiality to burn. So if we take an example of fire, fire is meant for burning. If there is a fire to the sandalwood log, still it burns. It may smell very nicely, sandalwood, but it will burn and make it ashes. Similarly, here the Paramatma manifests as world and without changing. So this Atma Tattva is unconditional by time, space, and object. This remains, it seems to be conditional, but it is not conditional. For the sports, all everything is happening. ये सब ईश्वर की लीला है. So for that it is happening. Because we are lost in cause and effect, we are asking why God is created this world. Many people we must have seen that they ask why God has created this world. But actually, He has not created the world. It is the sportiveness of that God. It is only the manifestation of that divinity. So all the problems of this world can be dissolved in one word that is called as Leela. So let us take a life as a Krishna Leela or a Ram Leela. So if it is the Leela of that divinity, we will not suffer. In Leela, everything is necessary, good, bad, both. This is how the world is. There is nothing to argue. When time space exists, objects are projected. When no desires are entertained, there is no time and space. So if you drop your desires, there is no time and space. When influence of time, space, and object are violent, then we are Jiva. So three categories. When influence of time, object, and space is violent, then we are Jiva. When influence of time, space, and object is zero, then we are Paramatma. And when the influence of time, space, and object are not much, but it is there, then we are seekers of the truth. It is there, then we are seekers of the truth. So let us take that we are seekers of the truth. Mind is consciousness if it is uninfluenced by time, space and object. अपना मन जो है वो अगर समय और स्पेस और वस्तु ऐसे अगर प्रभावित नहीं है तो वो कॉन्शियसनेस ही है, परमात्मा ही है. So Jiva is also a phenomena. It is not an individuality, it is a phenomena. So Paramatma, which is identified with the gross body, is called as Jiva. So ग्रॉस बॉडी के साथ जैसे सुबह उठ जाते हैं तो वी गेट एनलिवेंट, सो दैट बिकम्स जीवा. This is due to some kind of imagination in the mind which is called as vasana. So, involved, agitated with worldly things, then it is jiva. Objectless awareness is chidakash. So we know there are three kinds of akash: bhutakash, chittakash, and chidakash. Bhutakash, chittakash are empty spaces, whereas chidakash is solid consciousness, solid conscious existence. So moment of space is called as air. So here Rama, look at the world as a long, long dream born out of the imagination. So you just look at the world as a long, long dream born out of the imagination. With संकल्प is quietened. अगर संकल्प quietened हो जाए तो nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Life is just a time pass. इसमें कोई फायदा नहीं, कोई तोटा नहीं, कुछ पाना नहीं, कुछ खोना नहीं. With people, with people says who cares. So next mantra is who cares. We are not suffering because of anything. So when you are in utter present, you can't be but happy, happy, happy. Utter present में रहेंगे तो you'll be always happy, happy, happy. संकल्प विकल्प creates desires, personality, past and futures, comparisons, individuality and egos. So संकल्प विकल्प is nuisance to us. Never insist on anything in life. ये ऐसा ही होना चाहिए, ऐसा होना चाहिए, कभी नहीं, क्योंकि हरी इच्छा या हरी कृपा. We have to say an art of saying no, and we also have to inculcate art of listening yes, no. नो सुनने की आदत होना चाहिए और नो बोलने की आदत होना चाहिए. सो देन ओनली इट विल गिव फ्रीडम टू अस. What is not there, don't desire. And what is there, enjoy. So you'll be always happy. What is there to enjoy? In a fraction of second, mind which is nothing but consciousness has a potentiality to project. सुबह जैसे रात को सो जाते हैं, everything goes, it's all suspended. सुबह उठे और immediately fraction of second, everything is projected. So it projects in the space. Tanmatra for space is sound, and movement of space is called as air. There is no jiva, it is a jivana. So let us take an example of electricity. Electricity passing through the bulb under n number of conditions produces light. Before the invention of bulb and electricity, light was existing but was not discovered. So when discovered, it is just a phenomena. Similarly, jiva is just a phenomena, it is not an individuality. When you think, then you can't laugh, and when you laugh, you can't think. So when there is no sankalpa vikalpa, mind dissolves in a consciousness. Sankalpa vikalpa creates desires, personality, past and future, comparison, individuality, and ego. So praptam praptam uparete, nashtam nashtam upekshitam. So you be cool. So purpose of study of scripture should be clear to you. Come back. The purpose is come back to your own divine self. You are not devil. Pure consciousness is subtler than the subtlest. It becomes grosser due to Shakti. Individuality is born in conscious space. The whole world is coming out of that conscious blissful existence. Don't talk about the past. Don't become special. Speciality takes us away from our divine nature that we are. So the purpose should be clear. Come back to your divine self. That is a purpose. You are not divine, you devil, you are divine. If you are divine, you can't be destructive. So attributeless reality is hidden by various thickening, that is avaran. So pure consciousness is subtler than the subtlest. Individuality is born in conscious space. So the whole world is coming out of the conscious blissful existence only. This is a practice again and again, then the thought becomes very firm. What is the thought? Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you want it or not, you are doing. Don't become special. We are non-specific existence. That is the truth. We are like space. The Paramatma is there in all the inner world, that is earth. Paramatma is there in the animals and trees because they are moving. Paramatma is there in all jivas because it is only a manifestation. So speciality takes us away from our divine nature. And Brahmaji Sarvaloka Pitamaha, he brings out what is hidden in unmanifest form. So spiritual practices, unknown is indicated with reference to the known. So what we know, the world, miseries, cause and effect, and with reference to For that, the teacher is elaborating Paramatma. World is a long, long dream. Wise man, how he behaves in the world? नष्टम नष्टम उपेक्षितम प्राप्तम प्राप्तम उपारे जो गया उसको गया जो मिल रहा है उसमें जो गया वो गया he does not keep on getting disgusted about the past. Gone is gone. Remain in presence. We stop reacting. We give ourselves zero choice. His pradnya is not corrupted. Lotus lives in water, Maya, for which there is no logic. Therefore, let any thought comes and go. Don't cooperate with them. Neither suppress them nor encourage. Don't entertain any sankalpa. No sankalpa. You are divine. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. We or the infinite reality is unlocked down in this rigid body and becomes somebody and constantly suffer. The body is because of me and I am not because of the body. Paramatma is eternal presence 24 by 7, only available 100% in present. Anything which is done mechanically loses charm and is not effective. So do it with complete alertness. Satsang is only a spiritual practice. One does not know which things will influence us in a day. So don't compromise on satsang here. World is created only by the imagination and projection of mind. One day it will click that we are lived till date in only imaginary world. Spiritual life is you are the substratum of the whole world and nothing can disturb you. So when Sri Rama was told to go to the forest, he was knowing that it is just a dream. So, so it is going is nothing more than that. So man itself is reflected as husband, like water itself is reflected as waves. Wrinkles itself is reflected as a cloth. Wrinkles appears and wrinkles disappears. But Upanishad says, Sa kashta sa paragati, that is absolute consciousness, blissful, one without second reality. Non-dual is mentioned as Shunyam Vyomoti. It is a solid conscious existence. By our own activities, sometimes we are miserable, sometimes we are happy. 100% because of ourselves. To give happiness to others is a folly. Happiness is not an object. We are squarely responsible for all miseries and happiness in our life. So this is what has been tried to be told through this first topic, that is Srishti Krama, the manner of origin. So what has been now told by Vashishta Rishi with this diagram, we'll see mighty arm Rama. Here the manner in which the body is assumed by Brahman, that is the Supreme Spirit, sloka number 1, chapter number 10. When the reality called as self, which is undivided, unbounded by space and time, one of its own power or sportiveness, puts on the body divided by the space and time. Only then does it goes to the state of succession of individual souls. So it's basically a divine play of that Almighty, which is one without transcendent, without and one without second. Thereupon, under the influence of wish or ideas, the agitated or restless mind intend on seizing all that is comprehensible and is born. So what gets it sprouts up? The energy of mind, thinking first calls its existence in a moment, a clear conception, idea of the sky, looking up to the intent that essence that is the seed sound, for the subtle sound principle bring akasha. So what is happening is moment it is that undivided consciousness sportively start manifesting. So first is the sound, and uh, the tanmatra of Akashi is sound. Then the mind becoming gross in the course of the gross vibrations, vibration of air, looking up the essence that is the subtle principle of touch. So first was Akasha sound, second is now air, so it is touch. Shabda Sparsha. Now third it goes, again this mind get manifested from those elements, ether and air, again by the firm repetition out of the natural states of the principle of sound and touch. Fire is born by interaction or friction. Sound और touch के से fire निर्माण हो जाती है. The desire for subtle form principle brings fire or light into being. The mind of such qualities, the experience of subtle principle of test, in a moment comprehends the coldness of the water, and hence comes into being the consciousness of water. So what has happened up to now is Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa. It has come, then possessed of such a qualities, mind conceives in a moment subtle principle of smell. From this, the knowledge of earth element then comes into being. So Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa, then it has come, so now all Panch Mahabhuta has come, then enveloped by the subtle element principle, thus amending its thinness, sees the body inside sky, shining in the form of sparks of the fire. Imagining the shining body in that, the mind, out of accounts of the intense agitation, attends to the grossness just as a billow fruit becomes dense by maturity. Shining in a pure sky with the luster of molten gold in a crucible, that effulgence through its own nature then resorts to an abode. What happens is subsequently now because of Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha, all Panchamahabhuta has come. Now bursting into the view in course of time, it becomes endowed with a stainless form. Only that form, established in intelligence, vitality, strength, energy, knowledge and sovereignty, is a Lord Brahma, the grand seer of all the worlds. And like this, through this Panchatanmatra, the Brahmaji has come. Calling to the mind all the multitude has passed by many times. This Brahma again sportively brings about various creatures born out of imagination. So what happened is now sportively this unfragmented consciousness has created Brahmaji. Now this the Brahmaji is created now sportively has bring this all this world into existence. So it's all divine play for the sake of attainment of heaven and final liberation. The accomplished of the virtue, desire and wealth by those creatures, he allotted inexhaustible and various scriptures. So Brahmaji is created invariable scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads and all those. So then you can go towards the transcendental human in one way of second reality. Know that you are unfragmented consciousness. Rama thus, this creation has come to the standing that is a state in this universe. See this world born out of the imagination, rather like a very long dream. So it is a long dream of that Paramatma, that Brahmaji which has created that. With this cessation of imagination, that is, the universe is extinguished just like a lamp without oil. If you start not imagining this world, so what will happen? Lamp without oil, it will happen. Therefore, Raghava, let the knower of the truth, reality, staying or settled in his affairs, occupation, disregard what has been lost, and take whatever has been acquired. So, jo gaya, nashtam, upare, uh, उपेक्षितम and praptam upare. जो गया तो गया, आया तो आया, that like that. Not wishing spontaneously for enjoyment, which has not arrived, and enjoyment of what has been arrived. There are the marks of the learned. वाइस पर्सन का कैसा रहता है, जो आया उसका उपभोग करता है, जो नहीं मिला उसको जाने देता है. The understanding of wise man engaging himself in actions for whom there is neither desire nor unwillingness is not stained lyle just as a lotus leaf is not wetted by the water. So he what is how his behavior is जो मिला प्राप्तम उपारेत नष्टम upekshitam. So he leaves that. And whether it is the one transcendental one immanent without second reality or whether it is Brahma, he is always tranquil, happy, contented, peaceful and cheerful and more and above relaxed and cool under all the situation, and that is what is the status of this Paramatma. And he attains that by the by the gift of this uh, by the gift of contentment which we are getting through this contemplation which we are doing every day with these prayers. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramachandra Arpanamastu. Submitting the divine fruits to the Holy Spirit.